Today we're obviously talking about what happened at TwitchCon over this last weekend. For you who don't know what TwitchCon is, it's the convention that Twitch throws. They usually throw it once or twice a year. This is the second one, the first one being in Amsterdam, and this one now being in San Diego. A lot of streamers were in attendance. A lot of streamers also weren't in attendance, with a lot of people pulling out very last minute. I wonder why. Yeah, I mean, just by the Sunday, hashtag boycott Twitch was trending, so you can tell it went very well. By the sounds of things, it wasn't just plagued with really bad organizers, people who just are working for Twitch who clearly don't care, people working on stalls at the event just not caring for other people's safety at all. You've got the people who throw all these big parties just, again, not caring about anybody's safety at all. There was so much ego riding, it's absolutely insane, and we'll get into a lot of this. But first thing, there was this foam pit they had. This is the thing that's causing the most stir. They had this giant foam pit where basically gladiator style, you'd get the big, like, what's it called? Like the big old earbud and just start bashing another streamer to death with it. A lot of streamers fell into this, came out unscathed, but it turned out that a few streamers actually came out with, I mean, one of them being a lifelong, like, I mean, this is a quite serious injury. This is, one streamer fell in and broke her back. She fell into a foam pit and broke her back. I'll show you the clip.
Oh my gosh!
Big Sim is gonna need some sims of her own.
You good?
Great victory there.
I can't get out. Are you okay?
She's held down by the Biffle medic.
Gravity.
No, she's fine.
All right, we'll make sure she's okay.
And a lot of people saying like, oh, well, I guess human bodies are just weak sometimes. It turns out they had one layer of foam and then like an exercise mat underneath. Apparently, that's a rumor. I wasn't there. I didn't put my hands in the foam pit and start feeling around to see how deep it was. Yeah, apparently it really was not that deep. So in this clip, she is not bouncing off the foam. She's bouncing off concrete. So yeah, it doesn't sound too fun. Somebody else actually like dislocated their knee, I believe. There's a picture of them on screen now. They're in a wheelchair now. Apparently they all signed a waiver before that, but I really don't think that really actually does anything in a legal case, because, I mean, there's negligence, because there were accidents that happened that they knew about before, and they let it remain open and continue to live stream it as well, like some sadistic Hunger Games shit. After saying that, I myself would have just stood on it and just jumped in head first and just like broken every bone in my body, come out like SpongeBob, just so I can get a few dollars by suing Twitch. What a satisfactory day that would be. But like I said, they all signed a waiver, but I was trying to say that I don't think that actually like helps them in a case. Again, negligence. But we'll see. I've heard that they are actually investigating this now, and there is actually, it looks like they're looking for more people who came out with injuries, because a lot of people said, oh yeah, I had to go, I fell in, my back's not been right since, that kind of thing. But yeah, I hope everyone that was injured get well soon. That's not a fun way to enjoy your weekend. So obviously that wouldn't have just been it. This is TwitchCon we're talking about. One thing I found I think is quite important to hear. This is a clip from Jake and Bake, and he's been a streamer on the platform for years. He used to live stream himself going around Japan and just basically like vlogging every day, every night, just live streaming it all the time. And it was actually like really good content. Anyway, so he had a meet and greet at TwitchCon that this is sad. This clip is pretty damn sad.
Actually only one person in my line. Nothing. There's only one person in my line. Should I cancel? You think so? It's only one person. Dude. Hey. Hi. You're the only person in my line.
I am the only person in your line.
I literally told everyone that no one's gonna be on meet and greet, and everyone's like, you're fine. Literally one person is in my line. What's your name?
Trent.
Have I met you before?
No, you have not.
Can I wait to meet you till it starts? That way I can like milk it?
Yeah.
Hey chat, what's up? I'm Jacob McLive in 2022, and welcome to my meet and greet. A little bit different than 2018. What's your Twitch name? Trenta? Let me mod you. Mod. Don't ban anyone.
I promise.
Trin.
Poor Jake and Bake, one person in his line. And, he's clearly grateful for that. And I guess the event organizers could have helped promote it a little bit more. I'm sure there were a lot of viewers of his at the event that just didn't know that he was having a meet and greet, because I'm sure he met hundreds of people while he was there. He's quite a well-known face. And I've even seen him have huge lines at TwitchCon before. Anyway, He was then interviewed by a live streamer, not even interviewed, just asked a couple questions, and he said he just had a meeting with the president of Twitch. He looks like this, by the way. Richard Branson from Wish basically describes what his meeting was like with it, and it was quite distressing and to hear. He said he came out of it feeling depressed, which isn't very hopeful for the platform. Not that anyone really had any hope left anyway.
Yeah.
It took you a long
I'm gonna be
time.
honest, dude, the president of Twitch, I'm sure personally, I have no problem personally with him. But honestly, I don't feel confident as a streamer on the platform with someone who is that out of touch.
Yeah.
What the streamers need and want.
Oh
Very weird.
no.
I walked away feeling like depressed. Seriously, sad.
Oh.
So, again, we're still not at it yet. There's still more to deep dive into. I think his name's Heel Mike. If I'm getting it wrong, I don't care. Some guy said he was going to gift 50 subs. He gifted 25 and he got kicked out. I can't be asked to look into this anymore because the live stream VOD is 9.5 hours long. And this guy basically just live streamed himself having a party in like some $1 million mansion that they were renting for a day. And this random dude here with tattoos is saying, get out of my house, which just shows how so many of these streamers are like now. These new upcoming streamers that have no care for anyone at all but themselves.
Get your friends, get the fuck out of my house. Get out of my house. Go. You're out of my house, bro. Get out of here. Take it. How many was it? 50? 25. Get out of my house.
He said he gifted 50 subs, but it was just 25.
Wow! Fake. The audacity.
Regardless, honesty is very important to me. You've proven that you're not honest to me. I don't care anymore. I'm so sorry you lied to my face, bro. You lied to my face. Get out.
You're renting a house, but you're not even renting it. You're basically just Airbnb-ing it. It's not your house. Anyway, moving on, there was also a streamer, CupToast. I think that's their name, or Toast, whatever. Let's have a look. Let's check. That's their second account. Yeah. CupToast, well-known Minecraft streamer, I believe, or artist in that realm, you know, like the Tommy Innit sort of sphere. That's where they're from. Anyway, this is what they tweeted. I was not able to wear my box on the third day of TwitchCon. The first and second days went well, and on the second day I was told if I wore it again, they would take my pass and they would remove me from the convention. Anyway, they wear a cardboard box, basically keep their face anonymous, so, you know, they're a faceless content creator, basically, and they haven't face revealed. But it's strange to me how they felt the need to do this, but it continues. This was because of a safety and security thing, so I can't argue because it is true. They're just doing their job, but what is strange is that there are a lot of other people who are doing the same, even with their own box head. I'm really confused with how the rules are enforced, and it was really scary going without my box. I am safe, though. I hope everyone's TwitchCon experience was better than mine. I can't argue them because it was for the safety and security. I didn't want to cause any trouble. I just really hope that nothing bad comes from this because it's just so terrifying. This is the weird thing, though. I understand the security, like, probably might not be, like, Twitch savvy. You know, they could just be, like, a hired sort of company. But they must have something to do. Like, something there that they can do to actually, like, allow these creators that don't have their face revealed to come along and still be anonymous. There should be nothing wrong with that. I understand there's a safety, like, concern here, but everyone's wearing badges around their neck and have to literally walk through scanners to be allowed to enter the event. So you can verify it's them, right? Can't you just, like, put, like, I don't know. I feel like there's a way around this. I really think there is. And if they were spoken to like this, like told them that remove it or we'll remove you, it's like, couldn't they just had a conversation like, okay, well, I know you now. I remember you. I'll let I'll let the staff know, and then the security team will be fine with it. Because I've been to conventions where that's fine. You just speak to them and they go, okay, now that we're on board with it and we know, it's not a concern, because they know what they know that that's that one person. They see someone else, they're like, you can't do that. We've given like an exclusivity thing for this one person. Can't allow you to do it as well. It's weird. Another just proof of their organizers just being horrendous. I mean, you'd think this is the one thing they try and get right. Anyway, I thought this clip was funny. I'll include this one as well.
How are streamers supposed to earn more without a higher sub-rev split?
The sub-rev shit is... sub-rev.
Mods?
I would have guaranteed... Flip that. I would have guaranteed you that the Australian was going to swear on stage. Yeah.
They're just talking about monetization, and the guy slipped up and basically said, this monetization shit, yeah, it is shit. Anyway, We then have this, which is going viral last night, a thread of everything that went wrong at TwitchCon that I've seen off of my timeline, because some people think it's exaggeration. Now, I thought I'm going to breeze through this, all right, because I really think there's way too much that went wrong at this event, and I think a lot of you can grasp that, and if you are that interested, obviously the links will be in the description so you can read this yourself, but I just feel like I wanted to go over it and just basically explain how awful this event was. It clearly was terrible. I say pleasure. I went to TwitchCon last time. It was in San Diego, 2019, and it was all right. It definitely wasn't good, and it definitely wasn't without its faults. But I mean, because Twitch is under such a microscope at the moment, it is actually like incredible to know that somehow they managed to put on an event with such little care and effort while they're under such a microscope. You'd think that's the one time they'd be like, all right, we need to focus up. Here, for example, employees telling people if they want to get into places faster, just get an accessibility sticker. Just basically tell them, well, just go and tell someone you're disabled and then you get through the line quicker. That is, I mean, I don't need to tell you how abhorrent that is. I heard there were people being trampled in the Dream SMP panel, like in the crowd, like especially those who were disabled, because there just wasn't enough like room for them, and like there wasn't a space for them basically. So they're being trampled, which is just unreal to think about. Again, just lack of care. There's so many conventions where there have been like panels and stuff. There is no sort of craziness like that I've been to, and there's always a section or an empty space in corners around the room or even at the front, just so those who don't have the ability to just access areas and get in and out quickly aren't at risk. It's as simple as that. I mean, these are things that health and safety companies go over a million times, and especially the company that was working on this would have done it a million times. So it's weird to think that they just weren't doing this, because if you just leave one little thing out like that, you might think, oh, that's fine, or forget about it and be negligent. But then you realize after the event, you realize all these people had problems that were in wheelchairs and on walking sticks, or those who are just struggling, you know, like it's not right. Yeah, someone bragging they took a George Not Fan's water bottle. This happened a few years ago as well. I don't know what to say about it. To me, it's just a water bottle. Whatever. I don't think it's that deep, to be honest. I'm sure a lot of you have problems with that. I don't think it's that deep. A lot of extra safety should have been put in place. I heard that there was a hotel for a lot of streamers that Twitch were paying for to be there and stuff like that, or companies were. And I mean, it was supposed to be like secure so people could go there and be safe. Apparently there were just fans waiting in the lobby for them in the morning. What the fuck? I don't know what streamer was like caught like this, because no one said anything, I don't think. But could you imagine being like a well-known like YouTuber or streamer or even a celebrity going downstairs in a lobby that is supposed to be like prestigious enough to like, so kids aren't coming in, fans of you, waiting for you to get your fucking buffet breakfast, to be like, oh, nice croissant, can I have a picture? At 3 o'clock in the morning where you're still wearing your hangover sunglasses. Wild to me. And then the last thing I think I'll mention, because I think this is probably the weirdest thing I saw. I remember I saw a picture of this and I was just like, why? So someone was posing like this. I wish I could find you the picture, but someone was posing like this. And in the background behind them, I mean, that's who they're posing for, is a group of people and just Call Me Carson walking around with them. Now, I'm not to say Call Me Carson can't show up to these events, because do what you want, buddy. Following his controversy, what was it, last year before? I personally wouldn't if I were in his shoes. I don't think many people will. But if they did, you'd think they wouldn't really like kick up a fuss. Anyway, these messages are someone that was there. They said, just want to mention, for a list of things that went wrong, Call Me Carson was found appearing at the con. Multiple people went up to him and claimed that he seemed stressed whenever he was noticed, even though he chose to go and show his face. Funny enough, they let Call Me Carson in, but then Sykuno got kicked to the curb and had to leave. Which, again, I understand, because Sykuno and Valkyrie are YouTube streamers. They're signed to YouTube, and then they were doing meet and greets inside the convention hall. Doesn't make a lot of sense, or at least inside the building. I saw a video of it there, so, you know. I'm not sure if it was a race issue. Okay. That's a stretch. I'll leave that there. That's a stretch. Probably just a safety thing, again, like I said. Like, especially if they don't know you're doing a meet and greet. Anyway, that's all I have to really say about this. There's so much here to read. Like, it is insane. Like, they got streamers' pronouns wrong on the Twitch Rivals thing. There's like a clip with George Not Fans holding his phone to one of the live cameras on a chat, and the chat is just spamming L Twitch. It went downhill. So there's so much to go through. If you want to read it, look in the description. I implore you to do so. Yeah, have a great week. I'll see you soon.